Hello, this is Saul again. This is Wednesday, December 3rd. Here as always with my friend Wombat, who loves being on camera. And we're going to work through some visidata PRs today. So let's see here. Yesterday we got to this one here. Well, let me just do a brief refresh. We did a bunch of PRs, a couple PRs yesterday, and I was thinking about this issue where we're running multiple, or trying not to run multiple threads in the same sheet because they could be competing. And I am debating that, whether that's still a thing I want to do, or if that's too heavy-handed. So that's where we left off yesterday. Today, I think we're going to start with at least this PR. I left a comment on it yesterday, and the chef got back to me here, changed this to a warning, and I think that was it. We've got thanks, both were changed. No, both are the same. Okay, that's great. Yep, and so, I don't know, maybe we should be getting rid of the erase ref line that only does one of them. We can let it stand for now, it's not a big deal. But I asked a basic question, and Ram replied that he never does use that. It's not heavy, that makes sense to me. So we'll leave it on the chopping block for deprecation at some point. For now, I'm just going to take this PR here and squash them down. Is that actually true? I want to squash here. So, yeah, I think I'm going to squash these here. Well, I don't know. I'm always debating whether to squash or not. These look pretty distinct, so I'm going to leave them. No, I'm going to rebase this one, rebase and merge. Thank you, MIDI Chef, for this PR. And now we're going to go back that way. Oh yeah, yesterday we also fixed the build, which wasn't that big of a deal. Okay, so we're going to get back to this other issue I've been talking about. I mean, I don't want to spend time on live stream just like talking back and forth about all the ins and outs of that. I mean, if I had them all listed down, I could give like a nice presentation then maybe, but that's not where we're at. So I'm just going to look at some other things here. So I don't know, here's one that I opened, sheet icons on sheet list. Okay. So I'm looking at this one here, and thinking, yeah, I think this is great. I think we can just close this issue rather. And thanks, MIDI Chef, for making it happen. So we'll just close it. That's one down. So we just merged that, or we merged it yesterday. Let's look at the PRs here. Social not found. Am I still saying that? No, I think we fixed that, right? Yeah. Social inaccessible. What do you mean social inaccessible? What does that mean? Well, let me do a little bit of investigation on this here. Badge, Mastodon, social, and accessible. What does that mean? Yeah. Nope. Let's see what Google has to say about this. Why would it say inaccessible? Okay, so it looks like it's possibly just an issue with the badge service. Well, I'll let it be for the moment. Anyway, we're gonna look at an issue. Let's just pick one off the queue. I wish I could kind of like do a random. Actually, I probably could. Let's do a random one here. Let's look at this one here. Control G does not appear in menu or list of all commands. That should be an easy one to fix. Let's see what he says here. So, very useful function. Could not find it in the menu and the list of all. It should be in the list of all commands at least. And I agree that you could add it to the menu. That's reasonable. We can add it to the menu for sure. Oh, right. Okay, we missed the Control G binding. What do we change Control G to, by the way, sidebar cycle. Yeah. Oh, what's that? Oh, here we go. So this is why it's useful to have that be a tuple instead of a... how many times does it matter? You know, for the moment, I'm going to remove it. Should be iterable. Okay, we'll try that. Okay, so back to this, show cursor. I appreciate that. I wonder, I think enough people want this that maybe we should just add it by default. What row, at least what row number you're on. Show cursor. Especially since we've removed the... Oh. Look at that little folder down there. Isn't that cute? Wow. Okay, I can dig it. We're looking at... Excuse me. We're going to look at show cursor here. We've got the number of selected rows on the line anyway, and we've got the number of visible columns. Do we even care about that? Honestly, it would be nice to have the cursor always present. How do we do this here? It's a bit of, where it only wants percent too. Just 1%. And actually, that was one thing that I was asked for by Jeremy Singer-Vine, who uses and loves Visitate. He wants a little scroll bar on the side that shows where you are in the file. And I've rejected it in the past, at least not prioritized it. But it does seem like it's a useful thing. I think that We could make it beyond the. Well, let's see here. If we were to move back to the benchmark here. Okay, so where did it go? It would go on the actual exact rightmost character here. I think I bounced off of this because it's hard to know where to actually put it. Anyway, so there's that. I guess that's the thing. I guess this bug, even though it's a very simple request, which we can easily do, it triggers some other things. That, well, maybe we should be updating this to have that sidebar or that scroll bar, and including the current cursor on the bottom. Personally, I really like not having it be super crowded down there, but maybe that's me being overly pedantic. So yeah, if we were to put just the row on there, so we're saying we got 51 of oh, hello Anya, welcome. I just kind of picked a random bug off the issue tracker, excuse me, and looking into it. I could be a little more diligent, but I'm just kind of warming up here. And so I picked one that, of course, every one of these, looks like it might be easy, or many of these look like it might be easy, and then there's more context here. But that's why we're here doing this. So this one here strictly just asks for it to be added in. Now, I don't understand. I think if we go to the menu, GZ Control H, we should be able to see Control G. Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's show cursor. And it's not in there, and he was asking for it to be there. But so it is there. Yeah. He's also using an older version of Linux. But we can definitely add this. Let's see here. We were to look at view. No. What is it, view? Statuses? No. Where in the menu would we put it? Maybe that's a question I should be asking. Where on the menu would you look for it? And then we can at least outsource some of this here. Not go to, not column, edit, show cursor. Huh. I mean, anyway, like I was saying before you popped in here, Anya, the thing I'm thinking about is adding the row number to the cursor row index to the status line. I'm thinking that if we do it right, then it'll be only a small little change here. Yeah, I know. Well, let's see what it looks like. Let's try it. Let's just do it. Yeah. So, I mean, it's only one more number, but it's one more number, and it's next to a bunch of other numbers, and so I don't know. Let's look here. Let's go to statuses. Status bar. And then you look at the row type here. And so I could do, honestly, I could just do this. Row.cursor row index, colon D, I guess. And then now it's not there. Why is it not there? Oh, because it's just bigger. Oh, man. And that's the problem, is that it's not actually... We want the whole thing to have 9 characters, not the final number. I can do this. And then as you go up, it does that. Oof, it should be... Oh man. It really should be 0 base because that's what we're expecting. Should it be 0 base? I can make it be +1. No, at least. What? Can you not do a +1 in there? How do you do expressions? Okay, I think it's just not. I think we have a different scheme here. Are we not calling? Oh, we're calling it how do we do expressions? Oh well. Okay, so yeah, we can do this, which is maybe fine. The other option, well, the other thing I was thinking of was adding a little sidebar, something like that here, a little visible indicator of where you are in the file. And that was something that Jeremy Singer-Vine had asked for. It's a minor feature. It'll probably take a couple hours to do, just to get all the little edge cases right. Is it worth it? And then of course we have to figure out where it's actually going to go. Does it go here on the very far right? Does it go here instead of the edge? If the screen is, the window is truncated, does it go in that little dead square over there? Where does it go? And then of course the second that you have it, everyone's going to want to click on it and use like an actual scroll bar. And that's more features, more work. So that's why I've been balking on it, is that nothing is ever simple. So, yeah. Kind of the question is, with this issue here, well, first of all, where does it go in the menu, the show cursor command? And do we want the row number, the cursor row by default there? Did I use it? Would I be irritated by it? I'm irritated by this being 22 out of 23 files. What we could do is this instead. Instead of putting that there like this, we have it like a whole separate thing, a coordinate. And we can do sheet cursor call index, and it should shoot X, Y, so we can swap these. Yeah. How do you feel about that? Before the long name here. keystroke status, thread status. Yeah, let's try it there in the middle. What do you think? It moves around, that's not great. So in that sense it should go back where it was. I'm gonna put a, I got some spaces in there. Do I have any real big data here? No, I don't. Where can I get some big data from? Well, phew. You tell me, Anya, what's the norm? What does Vim do? Here, Vim, down here. Well, that's interesting. X is the second. It's Y comma X for Vim. Yeah. And what's this? I've never seen this before. I've never paid attention to it. You know, see how it says 19 comma 0 dash 1? Or here 18 comma 71 dash 69? What does that mean? Huh. Huh. Okay, row, column. So you're saying a flip. Gosh, there's a lot of stuff in here now. Space. Maybe we don't even need the parentheses. Gosh, I was gonna go. I can use Noah's data. Maybe that's the best way. Where are you, Noah? Zero cube funks. I don't know. What do you think? Is this right? Thanks, Sonia. So I'll go back to the other one then. What are you saying? Row first. No, column first. Yeah, some part of me actually wonders if we don't want the column number at all. It's actually even interesting. Maybe it's good enough. Should it be this black on blue again here? Oh, I can leave that for the moment. Yeah, what if we just did that? Makes some people happy. Something I would use at times too. Yeah, you know how it is though. Choices get made, no one chimes in, they at best they change it themselves. You have a really hard time seeing how people use it, what people really want. So we have to make our best. This is a product question. Who's Christina here? Christina Kelly. Names are great. Yeah, right, exactly, right. Well, if I add that for now, let's see what else we got here. If I add that, what Mini Chef is recommending people do is include this function, and this includes a fractional part. Now, bot. Interesting. Wait. What is this about here? Oh, I see. If we're at the top and there's no rows, any rows, okay. So yeah, the percent addition will be much bigger. No, not much bigger, but enough. Actually, that's the question. Do you want the literal row number, or do you want the percent? Right? Like, what's the thing that people actually do want? This kind of presumes you want both. What is then have a percent by default? That's right out here too. Top. Oh, I see. If the page at the top, I had to have both percent and line, which makes sense very much at the. Right. Right. Where would it go in the menu is the question. Somebody, at least one person, went to the menu and was poking around and really wanted. I think you should go and view. View. We have other show things in there. Where's show status? Oh, show version, okay. So, help version, help. It's not very help, is it? Well, yeah, okay. How view. We have show status. Oh, not show status, it's show cursor. Okay, so we're going to add, could add show status here too. It's like a view info, view status. Well, even it's not show status. It's show cursor. And that's not the sheets. Okay, what about that? Under view status, we can also view status, what else we got? Show version, we can add it there too. There's a hello world, that's not quite right. You can add a place for things like Vega to add their stuff. Show credits? What is that? Is that a thing even? Show expression? Yeah. Oh, view visibility. Huh, I can move those around. View, show. I don't like it, but visible properties only? Visible, let's look for visibility here too. Try that. And then we're here, we're going to view the show now. View, show. Yeah, it's not bad. And it's not on status lines. So yeah, maybe I just add this command menu here. What else are our show commands we have? Alright, show get show version. That's probably under help though, there's more sense there. Show aggregate. Where's that? Alright, I want to still show credits. Show aggregate. Memo aggregate? Show command info. What's that? Oh, it's in the guide. Oh, I'll do that. Oh, show credits is not actually a thing. It's just an example. That's hilarious. This isn't show cursor, this is... There's no show in here. Okay. I think we're fine. I think this shows... Yeah, for that. This is the menu, add, show cursor, and another one, show expert. As per 48. One thing we could do, and maybe I will even do this just to make this handy here. We're going to add. Okay, Anya, thanks for being here. We'll see you next time. What we're going to do is we're going to add a property, and it'll be a sheet property. Percent. Okay. Yeah, we'll add a percent on here. Maybe it can be in here. A lot of crap in here though. The sequence sheet should be somewhere else too. Oh, and here's the status line. Wait a second. Huh. Well, it'll be here anyway. So we're going to add this property. Of percent what, cursor percent that we're talking about here? Maybe it's row percent. Cursor row percent. Maybe. Okay, we're just going to pull this in here. I think it's probably send it in. Yeah, I think it should just be mapped up floor 100 times back. At least that with a percent of the way we are through it. Well, maybe that's unnecessary. He's doing a lot of work here. C number. Well, do I even care about this? Maybe I should just let it go. Yeah, we're gonna let it go for now. This is not the most important thing. So the only open question on this is if we want to add the row and or column number to the bottom sheet. A lot of numbers. I think we're going to say no for the moment. And close this issue here. I'll push it. A couple of unpushed things here. Okay, so push to here. Thanks, T-Pa Pasty. Well, I have no idea what that's that. T-Papa Stallionel. Maybe? Okay, thanks, T-Pasta Papa. For the report. View show menu. Okay, we're going to close that one. Just trying to make some progress here, cleaning up some long-standing issues. Right, that one. I filed this one here. This is a pull request. Going back to pull requests. It's been a while. We probably can even merge it still. I'd like to do this. This just should be better. And look at this. I don't want to deal with K writ 5, and it should be control right. So this is definitely better, but there was at least one issue that we found. Let's see here. The problem is that we won't find, it's hard to find the issues unless we actually are actively using it and testing it here. No command for control plus when I type backspace. Oh. Oh. Well, boy. So what I wonder is if I shouldn't or couldn't get the parts of this that work and do it more incrementally. So we can leave the parts that don't work and get 80% of it and then not worry about the rest for now. Not be so perfect in completions. I mean, it would be nice to have it be actually completionist, but let's find out here. How am I going to do? You know, this has been sitting around long enough. Let me actually just take care of it one way or another. So we're going to stash. Do I have anything here? I do. How many stashes do I have? One. So this was, this is a change that I had. I'm going to ditch it. Okay, stash, that one change, actually stash pop and stash, and this is, actually, wait a second. It's just coming that out. I don't need to save that. Okay. So we're going to look at this PR that I made a year ago. Wow. And we're going to do it right. Or at least do some of it. So the changes that I made, I see. They are in the editing primarily. No, we're here. How many commits do I have? I have several commits. Only one, okay. Well, I make these changes again, just these here, for like the text canvas, that should just work. Those are just legit. I think I'm going to do that right now. That shouldn't even be an issue. Easy peasy. So let's do that. And K-Writ. Oh, I already have them. I can't just type this over. K-Writ. And this is going to be control right. This is going to be control right. And this is going to be control up. This is going to be control down. I'm just going to do this by hand. Sure is an easier way. Easy left. I don't care. Easy right. Easy left. Easy up. Easy down. Okay, so that's for the canvas. We're doing the same thing for the keyboard. Sorry for the clipboard. she controlled the intercom. Clean you up. Oh boy, ZP up. Down. Left. Right. Oh, I had forgotten that you can do a control left and control right. You know, I spent way too much time. Oh, there we go. Making that functionality work, and that's what nobody even uses it. It's tricky to make things go a page to the right and a page to the left, making those be invertible actions. If you press control left, control right, it should be right back where you started. But, a lot of love and detail in this, and that's why it's nice. People find a little corner and try something out, and it works like they would expect, and it's a welcome change for this era. And nobody seems to care. Oh, here we go. I'm going to buzz in edit text, not that. Okay, so I think if I do this, that at least is most of these. And I'm going to add these guys. And that should be all of the curses, keys in commands. And then the main thrust of this, well, first of all, I did those things here. So these are all going to be different. Let's just commit that. Now I'm going to do a spot check to make sure things working. Keys, name, name. Use pretty keys, key name, new keys, names for all commands. Right. And we're basically looking for, oh, look at that, a do sheet. Well, docs customize? Yeah. Okay, let's look at the docs. Okay. I can do that for now, I guess. I don't know. It's nicer without it, but. Some old code with Galcon. Ibis needs some love, but since Voltron data shut down, I'm not sure who actually is maintaining Ibis anymore. Actually, I'm a little curious about that Ibis project. Yeah. Let's see here. So, when was the last commit? Well, there is one a month ago, so that's good. 2 months ago. Let's see. There we go. Oh, well, there's still some. Well, huh. Well, that's great. Maybe it's still being actively developed? No. Not really. Deepyaman seems to be the only person who's touched it since CP Cloud stopped just a few weeks ago. I wonder. Oh, these TPC tests that I had. I mean, I wrote these along with Gil when I was working with Ultron data. It's not really all that super important, but I put work into them. Work. Okay, well anyway, IBIS, going back here. I'm not going to change those for the moment. VGit, we're not going to touch anything in apps. We're going to go to core stuff though here. Anything I search for that? Oh, command log, sure. Okay. Threads, sure. Them all done. Oh wow, there's a lot of these. Okay, so. Then grep for add command. L for just the files, and then edit those. And we are going to bang these out. And there's insert. And there's case. We should see if we can't. As long as we're here. Oh boy. Import diff status huh. No, that's not the default. should make sure these things are actually working before I make them wholesale here. Oh, that's backspace. So backspace or BKSP? That's F1. That's a lot nicer. Let's see here if this is going to be workable or not. Okay, that seems to be working. Help commands. Save that, so. Great. Okay. Index, let's go. Shape, save, sidebar. Everything we want to do is get rid of that special all these special symbols. Okay. Oh, and that one's legitimate. Those are all legitimate. Actually, the caret command. No, that's legitimate too. Modify. Sheets. Oh, is that everything then? Okay. Now let's do a git grep minus L for those. Oh, it's that one. Well, that's not going to help. The movement literally is correct. It's actually, yeah, movement because it's got the G caret on it. And with that, I think I could look for that. This. I'll leave that one. It's got a bug number on it. It's not so great. Oh, I don't need, oh, I do need. Okay, well let's go up to movement. Do I need alt and then a number? This is just the last character of it. As long as we're here, I'm going to use F string. That is unnecessary. Now, so let's use prefixes. I'll just delete that. That's not necessary. And this would be Control H and Alt H. Let's make sure these things work. Okay, we're going to check out some of these differences here. For instance, that work? Yeah, of course it does. This is edit cell, Control O. Ooh, cursor display. I thought that would be on a single cell. Control O. Oh, on the directory sheet is overloaded. That's how it works. I think these are going to be good here. Make sure that still works. No, but it shouldn't work. Oh yeah, if I open up a sheet here, can I still go back and forth? Yeah. Great. Okay, so now we're going to grep for enter and see who's still using that. There are a handful of places I may as well change those now. commands, enter. So we're just going to go enter. Don't need that anymore. And visidata metasheets. So don't need it there either. And then we'll load it. I don't want that. We'll load it crossword. Honestly, this should be open row. It's something really old. How old is this? Yeah, this should be open row. I mean, as long as I'm here. We don't need to crosswords sheet instead of the crossword sheet. We'll have open row. And then for the analysis, self.cursor row. And for the crossword sheet, we're doing the same thing. Have an open row, which is grid sheet. Source equals self. That, and that's it. Okay, there's enter, our need for enter. And then config scale on. This is some code from oh, here's one of these that didn't show up because we're on the same line. Okay. There's no more entering. Great. I wonder, AJ Kerrigan, I wonder how you're doing. You do a lot of work in visidata over the years. I haven't heard from you in a while. Okay, enter fine there, yes. Sheets. Don't need anymore. Loaders, zip. Don't need anymore. Loaders, red. Help. There more. Guide. Table. This one should be an open row, to be honest, also. We're gonna I'll leave it for the help. care anymore. We got the inner things we haven't touched, and we got Galcon and the Ibis. Ibis here. Galcon, take me away. Oh, wasn't no. Well, oh, it's the import star. Okay, well, that was how we used to do things. Do I have a control here? That makes sense. VDIP guide, whatever, canvas. Okay, and then canvas text. Okay. Choose. Enter. Color blue. Archive, fine, Windows, then settings, okay, so I believe that I've gotten all of them except for the ones that are on the input and in docs and stuff, so. Okay, so I think these are all legitimate now. So I'm gonna, as for the enters and the controls and the all, basically I think I've gotten everything that I would have gotten in this other one, minus the one piece that doesn't actually work. So, I'm going to add all of these. Haven't changed anything. So it should all work. I'm basically deprecating the enter, what's it called? Symbol, and making it just a string. Seems fine. Yes, yes, yes. Doing some maintenance here. Removing things. Yep, 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 yep. Does anyone know that? I'm not sure if anyone's even here. I see there's okay, good, 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 good. Okay, I think we've gotten all these now. This is a big commit. I'm going to run the tests to be diligent. And I think I'll be able to close this so I got one more thing here, but that's fine. Now I can reduce this PR to the barest minimum that doesn't work. At least then we can see that this is what has to happen. Oh, here's all the tests for the edit text. So that's fine. So this tests here. Everything else should be allowing. Oh, here we go. Yeah, click during menu. So yeah, kind of just factoring out the bind key we know does work. Broke spacebar in the ship. Okay, well. So yeah, I think that we're going to call this a nice, oh no, there's no build books, that's great. So we're just going to commit this. This is going to be, what did I say here? Use 3 keys for all commands, all command lines. The fucking mechanical change, I'm going to make this reference 594, right? Yep. And let's just remember this here to be place X, Alt, enter. Okay. Now if I push this, I hopefully will see a lot of these things. Let's find out. Hopefully it knows what to do here. So this PR. So that should have been maybe a conflict zone here. Let's find out. These text canvas ones should have enough equals. Yeah, I got those. So it's just not. It might be that it's either lagged or the number of conflicts is too great and it can't figure it out. In which case we'll have to redo this and resubmit it. Can I fix the conflicts from here? We're gonna have to accept the current changes and accept that these are just not done properly here. Oh, find word, find non-word. Did we do this? Oh. I think that's changed, that find words. I think this is actually going to have to be redone. And that's how it goes. Find non-word? Yeah. So what was that? Keep playing into it. Yep, we've changed it, we've inverted it. So yeah, not gonna fly, except current change. No, incoming change. Well, that one also, accept incoming change. To, oh. I see. And this is accepting the incoming change. And it has to be Control-Tab actually. Yeah. And also next incoming. Next. Accept incoming. Well, what did you change? Nothing. Okay. Connect to that branch. And let's look at files changed. Will this work? Yeah, minus that. I gotta change those. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of a couple more here by hand. And that's these, because we find keys incorporated. Go, G-Bell, and if I edit something, press here and down. Great. G-Bell, great. Great. So all we're left now should be the inputs. Let's see our key underscore things here. Should get rid of those casts. These screen casts. This is an input. It's nothing that's deprecated, whatever. And the command palette is our bindings. We're changing those. And then all the keys, that's actually where the transition happens. And then the menu is similarly takes control of it. Oh, there's a bind key, backspace in the menu. Okay. And key resize, can't help that. There we go. So everything else should be either its own key handler or in the actual edit text. And that's what we're changing here. So we're going to add this one. Okay. So if I push these, then we'll see nothing else besides, oh, give it a second here to figure it out. And then yeah, this will be just the key bindings here. Yep. So everything, so all I actually really want is for these things to work. And then this line there is what I broke. That's the one that we, I think, need. I'm going to investigate here. This is in, oh, it's main loop. Huh. Okay, I have to think that through. I thought that it was this one here that did it. Pre-keys. Yeah. Okay, so maybe I can just get rid of this one. Anyway, so that's the idea, is that with this commit here, we can use the pre-keys exclusively instead of the curses keys. So, that's the idea. I think we're moving away here. It should be. Why wouldn't that? Is there a refresh? Why didn't that refresh? Maybe the conflict now? We'll go back and see about the conflict again here. Failing. It's failing. I thought I was going to test on this. Huh. What did I break? Well, I don't know if I managed to break that. I was only changing, I thought I was only changing the command bindings. I'm sorry, the command bindings. So this is the other bindings. Why is this breaking these things? Well, okay, gonna dive into this then. One thing after another. Let's try to run this. If I edit, and I use Control T, that at least does it. So what did I break? Oh, this is on the branch. Oh, I'm sorry. This is our tests should be working. Let me verify that. But if everything's passing here, which it should be, yeah. Okay, that's, of course, this is the problem. Yes, that's the problem. Literally, the tests are failing. So fix the tests, and that's what we have to do. So that would be the thing we do with this exact PR here. And so we factored out all the easy part, and now we're left with just the hard part. So, all right. I'm going to check this branch out. Let's pull this branch. And then if I check out pre-keys internal and then run it and then edit something, that's fine. If I use Control T, not working. And no error, interestingly. let's investigate here. We're going to go to the edit. I don't know why those bind keys aren't showing up here. Is there an option up here to submit the PR? Oh, shift. Shift Z. Oh boy, okay. Well, that's in this branch. Okay. So yeah, we've broken a lot of things here. The only two things that should matter are this line in the main loop, where it does pre keys, right? I remove it in 215. Main loop 215. Keystroke equals increase keystroke. Okay, so that makes the shift stuff work again. Main loop. I thought get keystroke should be calling pretty keys. Oh, got it. Maybe we have to pretty keyify these for the space. Let's see here. Yeah, for the space and for the shift. So 3 keys TR dict. Oh, there we go. There's space. Okay. Yep. Space and caps. So that's why you need this. And so I think if we in the return, we can get keystroke. This return here, if we do a self pretty keys, okay, I think that would fix it. So now, okay, go back to main loop. Do that. There we go. Okay, so now the shifts work fine. With just that change. 1 down. Thank you for that. We can fix that. And then the other thing was, I think these tests, well, no, I think that I won't fix that. Now the issue is that I think this one just makes it work. Can I run just the test here? How do I run just the test? These are the actual VD tests, and I want to run the PyTest stuff. Oh, I don't want to do that. Okay, hold on. Where is it? Pick the PyTest. Okay, edit text. Great. So that's our issue here. Well, that's interesting. That's not what I would expect to be the issue. Let me, fix, control space, and shift. If I run the PyTest here, the same thing I do. Okay, so are we not running these, or are we running in a different way? Huh. There it is. There it is. So how? Interesting. So at this moment, I may have to go here pretty soon. For my PR. Yeah, it is. Okay. So it looks like the tests are failing for a different reason, but I don't understand why that wouldn't show up. Why the tests appear to be passing here. Our CI tests are passing where locally when I run them, they're not. So why is that? And just to make sure, that's the same thing if I do that from a go, I don't know, from here. Sure. Yeah, okay, well. I'd like to see what that's about. Sheet ensure loaded. Draw sheet. It's there. Who's calling me then? Can I get a stack trace? How do I get a stack trace from these things? TB equals auto. Let's try that. The other way is to stop at the first test. X. But I also wanted that select trace, like you were saying. Edit line, and down to input. Oh, and there's an active sheet is null. None. Right? Yeah. The active sheet is just none, that's the issue, but why are we pushing a sheet in order to run these tests? Like everything. Maybe not. I do let's see here. The tests. So I think we're going to push sheet. Oh yeah, we do call a draw on here. So maybe, here we go. This is going to do it. A sheets equals this. This is a little gruesome. I have no idea what's necessary here, but I think maybe I can just do this. Sheets equals sheet. Let's see if I'm right about that. go back just to the drawing thing here. Maybe it's actually not the draw. I think I will do this. If not sheet, return. Probably it. Okay. Now if I just everything they're all passing, and all the tests they should all pass, hopefully. If that's the case, warnings. Let's call him fork. Oh, SH got it. Okay, well, aside from that warning, maybe there's other warnings here too, but now at least we're passing better. So I'm going to add this test. Draw sheet, really out. If not, sheet as in tests. Okay. When I push that, I'm going to have to merge this with the, let me do that actually, rebase the changes here. Let me go back to my old branch and yeah, okay, so that's this. We're going to rebase off of develop. Use. Oh, and here's the actual conflicts. I'm going to pull it in there. Well, let's try it again. I could just do against develop. Why is this not? I have to careful. No, I'm just gonna. Yeah, there's a little find word stuff, and then there's find non-word, but I move that somewhere else. So, yeah, I think I have to. Do it manually. Yeah. Palette. I have to move out. Change this tab. I really thought that I did. I did make these changes. I don't know why they're not coming up. Okay, So if I add those, guess. Okay. So now I think I've rebased it on develop. Yep. And so if I run the tests here, I can still see errors. I'm going to do it on just the one here. Oh. Now it's working. I just have only one issue. Okay, let's run all the tests here. Okay, I'm going to go. It's been 2 hours. I think we're about ready to close that PR here. Back over here. I think that I can finally knock this one out, and that will at least be one less PR I'd be sitting on the queue. So hopefully that's the case. Anyway, thanks anyone who stopped by, who watches this in the future. Thanks Wombat for being here. You're a real trooper. You're looking stylish in your Snuggie there. I didn't say just looking stylish, that's actually a big job. Thanks for being here, Wombat, keeping me company. And to everybody else, I will see you next time.